In this video, we're going to review how to use quality inspections to automatically block a lot and unblock a lot. So the very first thing we're going to do is inside of the quality inspector setup, we're going to have it configured such that we're going to try and create a test whenever a warehouse or whenever a receipt is posted. So this is going to tell the system that whenever we have posted a receipt, it should automatically create a test. The second step is to actually have a test. So we're going to make sure that we've got a quality inspection template. And in our case, we've got a receipt example. And inside of our receipt example, we're just asking for a few questions. And we have a test generation rule connected to a purchase line with no conditions. So effectively, this is going to match any purchase line. So this will create a test for effectively anything that we're receiving in the system. So that's the background. Now to automatically block the lot on receipt and then automatically release it automatically unblock the lot as soon as that test is passed, we're going to use the business central workflows to do that. So before we do that, on the quality inspector setup, in the main section, there's going to be a workflow integration. You just want to have that set to enable. And what this is going to do is enable some specific events, like when a test is created or finished, and so also some quality inspection responses as well. Okay, so then we're going to navigate to workflows. We're going to create a new workflow, and we're going to call this auto block, automatically block lot with a test. Now, what this is really going to do is anytime that we create a quality inspection test for that lot, it'll automatically block it. So this doesn't matter if we're going to create it ad hoc or manually or automatically or through Power Automate or through another workflow. It doesn't really matter how that happens so much as when this test is created that it'll automatically block that lot. All right, so what we're going to look for is the event when a quality inspection test is created. So we're going to say whenever quality inspection test is created. Now, if you want to get fancy, you could say, and I only care about when the template itself is, specifically my receipt example. If you just wanted to have automatically block a lot regardless of which test template is used, you could just leave it blank. So we're just going to leave it blank for now, just to simplify this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say, then block the lot. So we're going to block the lot in the test. Now you notice there's no extra configuration for this because it's using the lot that's already on the test. So this does require that when you are using lots, that lot is well known. So scenarios where that may not necessarily work would be something like releasing the document, just because your lot number could be in flux or not yet known at that point. But that is a general premise, and then we're going to enable it. Okay, so regardless of how the test is created, whether it's with a button, manually, through Power Automate, through Business Central Workflow, or through the built-in automation for when a receipt is triggered, it's going to run this workflow. And this workflow is basically just going to say block the lot in the test. All right, so let's see that in action. So what we're going to do is create a purchase order. Create a brand new one here. We're going to use it for Progressive Home Furnishings. We're going to choose a lot tracked item. So we'll use our handy dandy Ethernet cable. And I'm going to use the green location just because it happens to have some inventory, and we're going to produce a dozen of these. So we're going to receive a dozen of these. So we're receiving a dozen Ethernet cables. And we happen to know that the lot number is going to be known ahead of time, so we're just going to go 04, and this is at 11:58 a.m., and that'll be our lot that we use. Okay, so we've got our lot in there. We're going to release it. Now this location does require warehouse receipt, so we're going to create that warehouse receipt. And at this point, there is still no quality inspection test, right? Because we haven't posted it. All right, so as soon as we post it, it's going to create a quality inspection test, in this case for this one item. And that action should then in turn trigger that workflow to automatically block that lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to receive all of that. We're going to post that receipt. All right, now it's created that test. We can see it's created that test for that lot number. We see that the state is in progress. And if we were to navigate to the lot number information card, we see that for that 58 a.m., that's this one right here, it's automatically blocked. All right, so that was all done automatically for us by the system. So to unblock it automatically, we're going to head back into the workflows. So we're going to navigate to the workflows again. And again, you can just, obviously manually unblock it if you really wanted to. But what we could do is we could just say whenever the test is passed and finished, then we want to automatically unblock it. So to do that, we're going to head to the Business Central workflow, and then we're going to auto unblock. Automatically unblock lot. And we'll stick this in our quality inspection examples. And in this case here, it's not when a quality inspection test is created. We're instead going to say whenever the quality inspection test is finished. So the reason we're looking for a finished state is the state or the grade of the test can actually change as you're entering the test. So as you're entering the test, the grade on the test itself automatically updates anytime that you change the value. So it could have a pass value, but it may not be finished yet. So we want that to happen. We don't want it just to be whenever the thing is set to pass, because then you could pass it, immediately change the value back to the fail state, and then that would have unblocked it. So we're going to do it based on whenever the test is finished. And now we're going to say we actually only want this to happen when the grade is passed. So we're just going to choose the pass. So now whenever the quality inspection is finished and it's passed, then do something. So we're going to tell it to automatically unblock the lot. We're going to choose OK, and then we're going to enable it. So this has now told the system whenever a quality inspection test is finished and the grade code is passed, then you can unblock the lot. All right, so let's test that out in theory. So let's head out to our quality inspection test. We're going to open up our receipt example. So first we're going to change it to a pass state. So we're going to change these values here. We're going to choose in, say, 20. We'll put in today's date, and we'll just say hello. Okay, so now all of the individual grades on the test lines have passed, and the quality inspection test itself has passed, but it's still open. So at this point, the lot number should still be blocked. So we're just going to validate that it is in fact blocked. We see it is, so it's still in the block state. So now we're going to finish the test, and because the test now has that pass grade, it should automatically unblock that lot. So if we navigate back to lot number information, we should now see that that lot number is now unblocked. So that is one way on how you can automatically block a lot and unblock a lot inside of Business Central using the Business Central workflows. Now you can also do this with Power Automate. So we do have some dispositions available for Power Automate, and all those API methods are also available as well with low code as well.
Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great content.